A world where surveillance reigns, freedom fades, and democracy teeters on the edge. There are unsettling parallels between East and West, from China's social credit system to the erosion of privacy in the land of the free. China timeline. It's 1998. The Chinese government just launched the Golden Shield project. The project aims to protect the nation from external cyber threats. Over the years, the project expanded, laying the foundation for an extensive surveillance apparatus. In 2008, the Beijing Olympics served as a testing ground for this system, with facial recognition technology and a massive network of cameras deployed throughout the city. With each passing year, the scope of surveillance expanded, as did its impact on everyday life. By 2014, China got even more ambitious as they launched the Safe Cities Initiative, deploying advanced surveillance technologies across major urban centers like Hangzhou. By this time, we saw the emergence of the social credit system, a chilling system of control that meticulously monitors and rates individuals based on their behavior, casting a long shadow over their lives. From financial transactions to online interactions, every action is meticulously tracked. Citizens are assigned scores that determine their access to essential privileges and opportunities. This system instills fear and conformity, leading to self-censorship as people strive to maintain high scores to survive. It suppresses individuality, stifles free expression, and curtails personal freedom. The government decides what's good and what's bad. What was initially envisioned as measures to protect citizens have now become tools to exert control, suppress dissent, and maintain social order. Activists, journalists, and ordinary citizens who voice their concerns or challenge the status quo often find themselves facing various troubles. In some cases, they simply disappear, their voices silenced, and their existence erased. But that's China. That would never happen here in the West, right? Right? This situation in China serves as a reminder that when people in power have this much power over regular citizens, they are bound to misuse it to further their own agendas. Now let's contrast China with the shining beacon of freedom and liberty, the nation that calls itself the freest country on the planet, our good old US of A. In the aftermath of the September 11th attacks, the United States finds itself grappling with a new sense of vulnerability. The government swiftly enacts the Patriot Act, presenting it as a necessary measure to enhance national security. However, this legislation gives intelligence agencies unprecedented powers to collect data, monitor communications, and conduct surveillance, legally violating citizens' rights in the name of protecting them. The veil is lifted on Operation Echelon, an international surveillance program led by the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. These nations covertly intercept and analyze vast amounts of global communication signals, showcasing the extent of their surveillance capabilities on a global scale. A whistleblower named Edward Snowden steps forward, exposing the covert PRISM program operated by the U.S. National Security Agency called the NSA. The revelations shake the world. Major tech companies, including Google, Facebook, and Microsoft, are involved in providing the NSA with access to user data. The veil of privacy is pierced, but no action is taken to reverse this. Instead, Edward Snowden becomes the government's prime target. The United Kingdom introduces the Investigatory Powers Act, a controversial piece of legislation often referred to as the Snoopers Charter. This act expands surveillance powers, enabling intelligence agencies to monitor internet communications, access individuals' browsing histories, and even hack into devices. In 2018, the Cambridge Analytica scandal erupts, laying bare the abuse of personal data by tech giants. It is revealed that the data of millions of Facebook users have been harvested without their knowledge or consent. This incident exposes how personal information is exploited for political purposes, shaping public opinion according to their whims. It's been proven beyond reasonable doubt that Cambridge Analytica swayed the U.S. elections of 2016 in a major way. As technology advances, facial recognition systems gain prominence in Western countries. Police departments turn to these systems, claiming they will enhance public safety. The notion of living in a world where our faces are constantly scanned and identified becomes a chilling reality. Just as what happened in China, it always starts in the name of national security from external threats. Then it advances to safety from domestic threats, and it keeps on trickling down until you reach the point when governments are trying to prevent the crimes before they even happen. And for that, you need every bit of data you can get on every person there is. And eventually, you get to present-day China, and there is no such thing as privacy anymore. But some of you might ask, what's wrong with it if it's done to prevent crimes? They're only for the greater good. Short answer, no. For the long answer, let's delve into the depths of this question, unearthing the unsettling truths that lie beneath the surface. Picture a world where every move you make is scrutinized, your every interaction monitored, and your privacy stripped away. It's not just about preventing crimes, it's about the erosion of our very essence as free individuals. Imagine a society where your thoughts, opinions, and even your dissenting voice are cataloged and analyzed, suppressing any hint of individuality. The relentless gaze of the watchful eye stifles creativity, innovation, and the very essence of what it means to be human. Is this truly the future we desire? Beyond the facade of safety and security, there lies a profound danger. A danger that unchecked power can lead to manipulation, control, and the crushing of freedom, not long before your personal data becomes a weapon wielded against you. Some may think, why would the government ever come for you? Nobody's coming after you. The answer is, for now, yes. But do we really want to grant anyone that level of power? Because here's the chilling reality. Once a system like this is in place, there's a dangerous potential for labeling one opinion as the correct opinion and forcing everyone to conform to a predetermined worldview. The very essence of differing opinions, viewpoints, and diversity of thought becomes threatened. And eventually, there will be no more democracy, no more power to the people. One of the fundamental tenets of democracy is that power resides in the hands of the people. It is the collective will of the citizens that shapes the course of a nation, not the dictates of a select few who claim to know what's best for all. Democracy empowers individuals to participate in the decision-making process, ensuring that the voice of every citizen is heard and respected. By upholding the principles of democracy, we ensure that power is not concentrated in the hands of a self-appointed elite, but rather distributed among the many. But that democracy is already in danger. Remember when I talked about the Cambridge Analytica scandal? On how they definitely influenced the elections all over the world? The wise ones among us know that elections are the very essence of democracy. If elections can be controlled, democracy is no more. Now you understand why this Cambridge Analytica is so important. Let's go a little deeper into it. Cambridge Analytica is a political consulting firm orchestrated a scheme to exploit the personal data of millions of unsuspecting Facebook users. They used shady methods to access users' profiles and brazenly plunder their private information without consent. But what they did next was the real problem. Cambridge Analytica became someone you hire to win an election anywhere in the world, pulling the strings of democracy with calculated precision. Armed with psychological profiles meticulously constructed from stolen data, they launched a full-scale assault on the hearts and minds of the electorate. Their tactics were nothing short of psychological warfare. With algorithms, they mined the deepest recesses of people's fears, desires, and vulnerabilities. Their goal? To sow discord, manipulate emotions, and bend the will of the masses to support the guy who hired them. The horrors that unfolded were unprecedented. Cambridge Analytica unleashed an arsenal of personalized political ads, engineered to penetrate the very core of individual psyches. They weaponized personal data to unleash a storm of disinformation and propaganda, poisoning the well of public discourse. So much so that I can say with certainty that if you had opinions on the 2016 US election or UK's Brexit, they are not your opinions. You were manipulated by a single data firm, Cambridge Analytica. This single firm is also involved in swaying many elections around the globe that happened in the last decade, namely in Australia, Kenya, Malta, Mexico, and India. Do we not realize how terrifying that is? Although in 2018, Cambridge Analytica filed for bankruptcy, mainly because of the controversy. Their methods are known, and they can be replicated and improved by other firms, especially with the help of now trending AI technology. But not only the elections. In this ever-evolving landscape, the rise of artificial intelligence and robotics has the potential to reshape the very fabric of governance and law enforcement. As we navigate the complexities of this new era, it is crucial to examine the implications and consequences of relying on these technologies to enforce laws and shape our collective future. Imagine a world where AI-powered surveillance systems monitor our every move, where algorithms determine our guilt or innocence, and where machines carry out the enforcement of laws without human intervention, as machines play judge, jury, and executioner. Or rather, it's the elites playing God behind those machines. So now, a valid question may rise. Who are these elites? Now we might delve into conspiracy territory. Before this, I was curbing my speculations, but after watching the video thus far, these conspiracies might not seem so far-fetched after all. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the revelation of an insidious plan known as the Great Reset. This sinister agenda, devised by the world's most powerful elites, aims to reshape the very foundations of our society. They use every global crisis to take some power away from the people. They challenge every law that empowers you, using their wealth to make the narrative work against you, to make a common man out to be a villain. And they envision a world where every aspect of your lives is controlled and directed according to their agenda. The Great Reset is not merely a catchphrase. It is a blueprint for a radical transformation of our economic, social, and political systems. In its essence, the Great Reset seeks to consolidate power and wealth into the hands of a select few, while we comply because of their control over us. Beware, don't fight amongst yourselves. They exploit fear and uncertainty to push their agenda, asking you to give up your rights in the name of the greater good. Under this grand plan, with no private property rights and individual freedoms, they envision a world where you own nothing and be happy. They want the world's resources redistributed under their watchful eyes. But their true ambitions do not end there. They aim to reshape our cities, our infrastructure, and even our dietary choices. No aspect of our lives will be untouched by their all-encompassing vision for a sustainable future. Saving the planet and making the world a safer place are great goals, but be careful not to let your liberty slip away at the hands of a person who has billions to gain from these sustainable future initiatives. Trust me, they are not doing it for your good. Their negligence in pursuit of profits is the main reason why we were in this position in the first place. Let me be clear, the Great Reset is not a conspiracy theory. It is a well-coordinated effort by powerful global institutions to exert control. Their agenda is dressed in promises of equality and sustainability, but its true motive is to snatch your rights. We must not surrender our autonomy and succumb to their illusions. We must question the narratives presented to us and educate ourselves about their true intentions. They might appear like an unstoppable force, and that's exactly how they want you to see them. But together, we can push against this. Let us stand united against this grand deception and forge a future that empowers individuals, upholds democratic principles, and safeguards our freedom. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more awesome content.